afternoon. Down the unit. This filter thing that kind of blew out on the Crown Gambler, it's still that reach, that really stinks. It looks like the filter was directly in the mains, because there's the brown live and there's the blue neutral directly into that filter, and then obviously these two here which come out in red and blue. Now I've cut them two off there. I haven't even plugged it in, I'm being gingerly, and I've asked Bob about this. He's not 100% sure, so I'm basically on my own really. I'm no expert, so please don't take anything as gospel. These two here go into this block and it says 240. I don't know if you can see that, it's just in there. That brown says 240, so it's obviously the 240 volt, and the blue says naught on the other side of there. It says naught. So it's obviously neutral, live neutral. I get that. Don't worry, I get that. But with most filters, when you take them out, you don't need to wire them up together. Obviously, I mean the live goes from the plug into there. That comes out there, the other side of that fuse, goes up the wiring loop, but then at some point in there, and I can't actually see it, it goes into two. That's what worries me slightly. One goes down here, which I'm guessing is for the lighting. I mean, this is really, I mean, I bet there's people screaming, no, this is that, it's that. I don't know. I haven't even brought my meter with me. So I don't even know if any of these fuses are blown after the last time, because it was blowing the whole electrics with that filter. So I'm going to try and do this without the filter to see if it works. Well, I don't want to connect them up yet. I mean, I'm assuming that blue will have to go with that blue and that brown will have to go with this red. I know red is live on some things, especially like with house wiring and stuff, so I kind of know that. So I've got this like wired here. So if anything goes bang, right, I'll turn that on. See, that's on. But there's nothing at all, no tube lamps. I would assume that red one down there is for them tube lamps. So I'm assuming the live is probably up the end of there and the neutral's there, that then will need to go together. Right, this is the bit I don't want to do. But I mean, I want this machine to work, so I mean, there's obviously nothing there, nothing at all, not even any tube lamps. So I think that the live and neutral must have gone through this filter somehow, through them and then back out of there, which obviously something's gone wrong in there for that to stop. Right, I'm going to pause this and connect them two together, obviously switched off, unplugged, and leave it for a couple of seconds. So right, then I'll pause this and I'll connect them up, and then we'll see if anything goes bang. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Nothing happened initially, so I tried the fuse in the plug and nothing happened. The 7 amp that's in that end one there, I changed that, and we have power. So now we know we have power. But not to the black box unit. So obviously I'm learning as well, and hopefully other people. So obviously the power goes into there through that fuse, out that red cable, obviously goes into some kind of doubles up, because there's two there. So one goes into there, which is powering the lamps, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to connect them together to get the machine on. So obviously the electricity goes directly through this filter. There, my fuse. I've got tons of fuses. You have to. So we've got lamps, which, as we know, the machine's imminent. Right, so I'll pause this again, because I'm just going to push them wires in there. So obviously I'll switch off and unplug. I'll give it a couple of minutes, and then I'll put them wires together, and then we'll see what happens. So hold on. Right, I've just literally pushed them loose wires in there. This is not an ideal connection. I'm not advocating anything here. I'm obviously a bit, I mean, to some people they're going to be screaming at the camera going, oh, you know, it's easy, it probably is, but I don't know, I'm always a bit. Alright, there we go. There you go, simple as that, hopefully. So it had blown the 7 amp there, so that's the 7 amp in there. In the main plug itself there was a 13 amp, but I've replaced that with a 3 amp. It doesn't need a 13 amp. So I guess an inline filter's in order, maybe not, maybe, I don't know. So this might help other people, it might not, it might help other people. So if you've got a later black box machine and that filter goes, just literally cut them wires, that's the brown and the blue, cut them, take them obviously off, and then just connect them up like that. I maybe a bit better than that, but I mean, obviously, as you know, this power supply was in. I'm still being a bit gingerly. I always am. You've just gotta respect, and you know, you've got to be aware that you can get a nasty shock from these things if you get it wrong, or worse, still blow the machine. There you go. I'm happy with that. And cheers for the advice, Bob. It was helpful. I know that we wasn't sure, and you know, he hadn't seen a filter like that before. And mains input filter. I love the way this camera works. Really good. So there you go. And this all happened in the Crown Gambler just before I took it up to my mates. So I'm happy with that. I'll sort that wiring out. Anyway, I hope that was interesting. People have asked me for more of the kind of stuff like this that I do to try and keep these machines running, because you can't always afford to pay people to come. You've got to sort it yourself. This is what I say to people all the time. You've got to learn the art, or try to. Anyway, there you go, folks. See you in a bit.